Good day, everyone. Welcome to our English class. I hope everyone is okay. Today, we are going to clarify the meaning of unfamiliar words using the dictionaries and thesaurus. Before we proceed, let us have first a very brief review of our past lesson. Our last lesson is all about graphic organizers. Graphic organizers are visual representations or frames used to organize information. It uses visual symbols to present ideas, and these ideas help understand what one reads. There are different kinds of graphic organizer. First is the bubble map. The bubble map connects the main ideas to its details. We also have the Venn diagram, which is commonly used to show the similarities and differences between two subjects. We also have the event chain or sequence chart, which describes the steps or stages in a process or what we call chronological order. We also have the cause and effect chart, which describes how one event affects one another in a process. And the last one is the problem and solution diagram, which is used to identify a problem and the steps towards its resolution or solution. Let us have an activity to check if you still remember our past lesson. We are going to identify the graphic organizer used to organize the information. Get your pen and paper ready. I will read first the paragraph and then I will show you the graphic organizer I used. And then identify what kind of graphic organizer is this. Are you ready? I'll start now. A butterfly starts its life as an egg and then it will become a larva. The larva or the caterpillar hatches from an egg and it leaves or flowers almost constantly. The caterpillar molts loses its old skin many times as it grows. It turns into a pupa or chrysalis. This is a resting stage. A beautiful flying adult emerges. There is no growth during this stage. This adult will continue the cycle and reproduce. Here is the graphic organizer I use. What kind of graphic organizer is this? That's right, event chain. Why? Because it shows the step-by-step stages of a life cycle of a butterfly. Next, coronavirus disease or COVID-19 is an infectious disease caused by a newly discovered coronavirus. It spreads fast and can infect anyone. That is why we need to remain vigilant in our daily lives until we can safely return to our everyday activities. We must cover our mouth and nose with a mask when around others, avoid crowds, and practice social distancing. Stay at least 6 feet apart from others, and get a COVID-19 vaccine to help slow the spread of coronavirus disease and protect ourselves, our families, and our community. This is the graphic organizer used. What kind of graphic organizer is this? That's right. That's a problem-solution diagram. We have here in the yellow box the coronavirus as the problem, and then wash our hands and so on in the green box as the solution. Next, oceans are large bodies of water. Oceans have salt in the water. Many ocean animals like sharks, whales, dolphins, sea stars, and crabs need salt water to survive. There are 7 oceans on planet Earth. Rivers are gateways to the ocean. Rivers are smaller bodies of water. Rivers are usually long and have a heavy current. Rivers does not contain salt water. Rivers do not have many of the marine life creatures that live in the ocean. Rivers and oceans both have fish, but each type of fish can only survive in one type of water. For instance, you could not take a fish from the Ohio River and put it in the ocean. The fish would die because it cannot live in salt water. Rivers and oceans are very different bodies of water. However, both contain life. This is the graphic organizer used. What kind of graphic organizer is this? That's right, that's a Venn diagram because it clearly shows the differences and the similarities of an ocean and river. Next, apples can be used to make many delicious treats. Some people like to slice apples and dip them in caramel. Others like to cook apples and make them into apple sauce. You might enjoy cutting apples and baking them in a pie. Maybe you like to use freshly picked apples to make fresh apple juice. Many people like to just pick an apple off a tree and take a big bite. There are many ways to enjoy this wholesome food. This is the graphic organizer used. What kind of graphic organizer is this? That's right, that's a bubble map. Apples can be used to make many delicious treats is our main idea, and the boxes around are the details. Last, headaches. Recurring headaches can have initiate disruptive effects in a person's life. Initially, in many cases, these headaches make a person nauseous to the point that he or she must go to bed. Furthermore, sleep is often interrupted because of the pain. Disrupted sleeps worsens the physical and emotional state of the sufferer. For those who try to maintain a normal lifestyle, drugs are often relied on to get through the day. Such drugs, of course, can lead to other negative effects. Drugs can inhibit productivity on a job, perhaps even causing regular absences. Not only is work affected, but the seemingly unpredictable occurrence of these headaches leads to disruption in family life. The interruption to a person's family life is enormous, canceling plans in the last minute and straining relationships with friends and family. It is no wonder that many of these people feel discouraged and even depressed due to the cycle of misery recurring headache cause. Here's the graphic organizer used. What kind of graphic organizer is this? Yes, that's right. Cause and effect. Headache here is the cause, and the words inside the green boxes are the effects. Let us now start our lesson for today. If we encounter words that are unfamiliar, we usually search the meaning or definition of that words using Mr. Google. But we can also use the dictionary and thesaurus. What is a dictionary? A dictionary is a special book that gives a list of words of a language in alphabetical order and explains what they mean and provides a lot of other information about the word. Here is an example of a dictionary entry. In this dictionary entry, we have intent and interview as our guide words. Guide words tells you the first and the last word defined on each page. Intent here is our entry word. The dot at the middle of in and tent separates the syllables. We have two syllables for the word intent, in and tent, two syllables. Number 1 here indicates that there are more than one definition entry for the word intent. In this case, we have two meaning or two definition for the word intent. Next, intent. This is the pronunciation. This is separated into syllables and tells you how to pronounce the entry word. The symbol here tells you which syllable is stressed. And here stands for noun. Part of speech. This abbreviation tells you what part of speech the defined word is. Next, we have the definition. The definition explains the meaning of the entry word. If there is more than one meaning, the definition is divided by numbers. Also, an example sentence is often used to make the meaning more clear. We have here plural intents, plural form. It shows how the entry word is written in plural form. So the plural form of intent is intents. Next is the origin. It shows the origin of the entry word. So intents come from the Latin word intendere, a stretching out. Aside from the dictionary, we also use the thesaurus to clarify the meaning of unfamiliar words. What is a thesaurus? A thesaurus, on the other hand, is a reference work that lists the synonyms and sometimes antonyms of words. Both help you improve your writing, spelling, and vocabulary. Here is an example of thesaurus entry. Let us define what a thesaurus again. A thesaurus is a reference source. It gives a list of synonyms or similar words. It gives you the parts of speech, noun, verb, adjective, adverb, and etc. It may show antonyms or opposites. List words in alphabetical order. May have guide words. Can be found as a book or a website online. This is an example of a thesaurus entry. The word funny here is our main entry. N is the abbreviated part of speech for noun. Something said or done to cause laughter is the brief definition numbered with part of speech. Crack, joke, gag, jest, comedy, humor, wit is our synonym. These are another example of a thesaurus entries. We have here cold. The part of speech is adjective. Synonym, chilly, cool, freezing, frosty, icy. The antonyms are hot, warm, steaming. Toad. We have here cook, part of speech, verb. Synonym, bake, boil, fry, prepare, steam. We have here cut, part of speech, verb. We have synonym, carve, chop, clip, crack, slice, split, trim. Antonyms, repair, combine, join. Let us explore. To further understand our lesson for today, let us have a few exercises. Get your pen and paper ready. Use the dictionary page to answer the questions. Question number 1. How many definitions does the word guard have in the dictionary entry? I'll give you 30 seconds to answer. Timer starts now. Time's up, and the answer is 5. Good job. Number 2 question. What part of speech is guardian? Timer starts now. Time's up. Let us check. The answer is noun. Very good. Number 3. How many syllables does the word guarantee have? Timer starts now. Time's up, and the answer is 3. That's right. Number 4. There are 2 definitions for the word guardian. Which definition is used in the sentence? There are 2 guardians standing in front of the king's palace to keep people from going inside. Timer starts now. Time's up. The answer is 2. Definition number 2. It means someone who guards or protects something. Number 5. Which guide words would you find at the top of this page? A. Grab, run. B. Hunt, hide, run. C. Grumble, guess. I'll give you 30 seconds. Time's up, and the answer is letter C. How many of you got the perfect answer? Very good. Let us have another exercise. Write the synonym or antonym that best replaces the underlined word or words. Use the thesaurus entries to help you. Number 1. Rex was restless yesterday, and then he had a restless night's sleep. I'll give you 30 seconds to answer. Timer starts now. Time's up, and the answers are uneasy and unsettled. Number 2. Rita's not realistic goal was to hike 10 miles in new boots. Answer now. Time's up, and the answer is unrealistic. Number 3. Rita woke up early and got ready for the hike. She likes to be ready. Here's your 30 seconds. Time's up, and the answers are prepared and set. Number 4. Rita was sorry. She had resisted her mother's advice. Time starts now. Time's up, and the answers are dispute, oppose, repel. Number 5. Rex and Rita were required to take first aid classes, so they took the required classes together. Start answering now. Time's up, and the answers are compulsory, and mandatory. Did you get all the answers correct? Very good. Good job, kids. Explain. Why do we need to clarify the meaning of unfamiliar words? The answers are to interpret the overall meaning of a sentence and to improve our comprehension. Let us elaborate. How do we clarify the meanings of unfamiliar words? That's right. We clarify the meanings of unfamiliar words by using the dictionary and thesaurus. Get your pen and paper ready. Time to evaluate what you learned today. Use the dictionary page to answer the questions. Here is the dictionary page, and these are the questions. I'll give you 5 minutes to answer. Timer starts now. Time's up! Using a dictionary or a thesaurus, write on the space provided whether the pair of words is synonym or antonym. Example, good, bad. Answer, antonym. I'll give you 3 minutes to answer. Timer starts now. Time's up! Let us check your work. Here is the answer key for letter A. How many got the perfect answer? Very good, that's great. Next are the answers for letter B. Kindly check. Did you all get the answers correct? Very good. To ensure that you really understood our lesson, here is another activity. This activity will serve as your assignment. I will post this in our group chat and then check it on our next video lesson. Here is the direction. Clarify the meaning of the following words using the dictionary or thesaurus. Just match column A with column B. Write only the letters of the correct answer. Hope you learned something new today. Thank you and God bless. See you on our next video lesson.